Hey everybody, it is Kai from the Techno Funk Boy, and this is Shadowrun, reacting to the SNES soundtrack. You will notice in the title that this is part 2. We're just reacting to music here, and so if you just, I mean, we're not talking about the story. I don't know the story. I haven't played this game, and so you know, you don't necessarily need to see the first video. There's no spoilers. There's no nothing. And so stay with us, check it out. If you want to see video number 1, let me just drop that link right up here. I do that, by the way, to annoy myself in the future, because now I've got to time that to pop up when I pointed to it, and it's really, really irritating to do that, and I know it annoys me, which is exactly why I do that. But we're going to start off halfway through this soundtrack and listen to the second half. So we just got through track number 10, which is Dead. And then we killed the video right there. And now we're heading into a sleazy bar, which is where we belong. Let's hit it. I like that keyboard riff going there. Okay, so there's like, through most of that, there was actually no melody. I still really liked it though. It makes me wonder what in the world is going on in the game right now, because you know, you see a track called Sleazy Bar, and in a video game, that means you're going into the bar to get information, not do anything sleazy. But that sounds like there's like some intense, like, I don't know, you know, prelude to a fight of some sort, or there's some sort of, you know, you're under a time crunch. I don't know. That wasn't what I expected from the title, though. I still liked it, though. Most of that did not have a melody at all. That keyboard sound, which was very, very smooth, was really just kind of playing arpeggios, and you had the bass and this overdriven guitar sound that was you know, just kind of hitting in places to provide a kind of a rhythm to it. It was still pretty cool. But yeah, now I'm kind of curious as what's happening in that scene. The cage. Okay, that's the most pop thing we've had so far in this game, and I really liked it. By the way, if you're not wearing headphones on that one's called The Cage, and that one's worth wearing headphones for, because the rhythm section is doing slightly different things in both ears that I thought was pretty neat. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty straightforward kind of pop rock song. that I thought that's pretty cool. Ghouls are next. This, by the way, is another good time to have headphones on. Check that out. That's like going. That's like gradually. Just hit the mic. Gradually going from ear to ear. That's really cool. That's a really interesting mix of some tense horror techniques with the kind of synthwave stuff that we would expect with cyberpunk. That's a lot of fun. Uptown. I'm not going to raise this. Uptown can only sound like this. Did you hear that hit? There it is. Okay, so these songs are, this is a really long song. I'm sure they're going through some other movements, but yeah, that goes a little bit beyond what we're trying to do here is just kind of get a really, really quick vibe off of this thing. And a lot of these songs are technically atmospheric in that they don't have melodies to them. And this is one of those. This is just a really, really cool, kind of 80s groove. And it's very, very cool. And that's a lot of fun. We're going to head into the Matrix now. And I was like looking at all the track names, and it looks like a lot of these are sound effects that we won't need to go into, and so we'll just hit the Matrix. It's just a fairly short song, and then the ending. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about that one. I'd be interested in seeing what part of the game that is, because I'm getting a vibe from it that it's like trying to be kind of this otherworldly type thing, like a lot of like the Earthbound soundtrack is, but it's much more cohesive than that. Like, I mean, that little keyboard part in there is doing some. I mean, it's what it's doing is weird, but it's not random. It's in a key. It makes sense musically, and so I'm not really sure what they're trying to go for. Uh, there, with actually without seeing that part of the game, I don't have the context for that song. Ending. That rhythm, that rhythm's nice. That's choice. Are you hearing that percussion? Um, that's in there. But I mean, besides the just normal drums, they've got like this constant percussion line. But between the drums, the percussion, and the bass, that's just smooth. All right, I'm gonna jump forward a little bit to see if it changes any. Doesn't really sound like it. Okay, so my reaction to that song is much like my reaction to the rest of this album. This soundtrack, which is it's very very cool. You know, atmosphere, sound, the use of the patches is all really good. Complete absence of memorable melodies. In fact, very, very few melodies to begin with, which is not necessarily a bad thing in soundtracks. I mean, especially as you get into more modern gaming where you have dialogue and the characters say stuff, is you don't want like melody getting in the way of them too much. But at the same time, you do expect moments of that something sweeping and something and I'm not hearing this that in here. I'm hearing a lot of really cool beats, a lot of really cool arrangements. Something that I could definitely jam out to, but not necessarily probably remember much of it after I was done, you know? And so all in all, this is a lot of fun. I really like it. My only issue with it is like when I hit stop on here, until I actually played this game, I won't actually remember what it sounded like very much at all, except to remember it's like I think it had some really cool beats to it. I see some of these. Okay, so we have to click on these because the track names on this playlist, and I just pulled up a YouTube playlist to get this music, but of these sound effects, each one is like 4 seconds long. First one is ugh. Ah. Ah ha ha ha. Woof. And grr. Oh, that was a good grr. That was good. All right, so there we have it. That was Shadowrun. What'd y'all think? throw some comments in the comments. I did not mean to say it like that. Really interested in what y'all have to think. Throw any suggestions of games. I actually have a few suggestions from some previous videos that that I have not gotten to. That I do plan to hit all of these. I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and so I went with this. But I'm keeping track of all of these, and so throw some suggestions in the comment sections, and we'll see if we can tackle them. I'm hoping to get back into my other series where it's for stuff that I have played and I know fairly well, that we actually start tearing apart the song and listening to like the individual channels and tracks and see what it sounds like. And that is a lot of fun to do. And so even if it's something, even if it's something kind of more mainstream that you're pretty sure I've played before, first of all, I may not have, but secondly, even if I have, if this is, we might grab a track off of there and really dig in a bit deeper on that one. In the meantime, really do thank you for hanging out with me through 2 videos. I'm doing my best to try to keep these to 1, but especially when we start hitting the 16-bit era, some of these soundtracks are just really, some of them are very, very long. And I do want to give them more of a hearing. And so might occasionally do these 2-parters, but thank you again for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you're not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button right down here. The little bell immediately beside it is going to notify you when I put up new videos. And I really would appreciate if you did that, if you shared this video with some friends as well. I have a very, very small channel, and I get excited every time I promise you I get excited every time I get an email that I have a subscriber, because that's not happening as much as like these big channels, and I really do appreciate it. So we'll catch you next time.